Bron Breakker, Dominik Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Penta. I will say my initial thoughts on this match is I don't think Penta's going to win. The reason why,
agree.
I think if Rey Fenix was tied up for a little longer, I think Penta would win this match. But I think sooner rather than later, it's smarter to combine the brothers back together because there are so many individual stars on the roster right now, and there are not a lot of tag team stars. So I think the smart thing to do is put these two together right now while there's not a strong tag division and let them be these top level team. And then in 2 years' time, then you can kind of start splintering them off, much like we did with the Usos. Stuff like that, where you wait until there's gaps in the main event and then you can kind of separate them out, as opposed to the top of the card is very crowded right now. And so I think Penta is going to be best with Rey Fenix. And so I do not think this is his time to shine in terms of the IC championship.
I have to say, though, I do worry about him getting put with Rey Fenix too soon, because then his legacy will be just another tag team guy. And I fear that, because right now he is one of the hottest superstars that we have right now. Everything about him and his presentation is beyond perfect. But I 100% agree with you that Penta will not be winning this match for a multitude of reasons. Number one, on Raw this past Monday, he was the one standing tall at the end of the brawl. That's never a good sign. He was made to look too good and too strong. Also, something that is important to note is that Finn Balor gave Penta his one and only pinfall loss in WWE in a tag team match. And Finn Balor eliminated Penta from the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
It hasn't really been explored enough for my liking. I see those two right there. That's gonna be something eventually.
I definitely think so. I think a very interesting, when is JD due back from injury?
This is a fantastic question that I don't know the answer to. I want to say within the next month or two.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. I want to say he's definitely, like, from what I've read, and I really do not read much.
Nope, you're good.
For those of you that know
right,
me.
I got it pulled up.
But I do think, yeah. I think soon.
Because I do think Judgment Day in some form is going to be involved. I think JD and as we've spoken about Triple H telling long-term stories, I think these are all points that you just brought up that are going to tie back in terms of Finn Balor and Penta is one hell of a match, and I think that is going to be one hell of a feud and one hell of a tag team feud to go on. And I think when JD returns, JD Finn Balor versus Penta and Rey Fenix is going to be one hell of a matchup to do. I do not think this is... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, how great would the feud be if it was Penta and Finn for the IC title?
I think that's a fair point. I just think Triple H likes to let things cook, but sometimes you can't let them cook too long. And I think the time for the Judgment Day split needs to happen now. And I think the feud coming out of Mania needs to be Dominik Mysterio, your new Intercontinental Champion, versus Finn Balor.
I can't say I disagree. Because he is such a chicken shit. This is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back for both the Judgment Day, but especially for Finn Balor. Because Dom has been screwing him over week after week, month after month, and Finn keeps losing out on opportunity after opportunity. And Dom and Liv keep passing it off as, oh, well, we made up for it because we got you this other opportunity. And they keep kissing the ass of Finn Balor and trying to make up for it But it always ends in failure. This is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Yes, we will get a rematch between Dom and Braun down the line, but you know that at the end of the tunnel is Finn Balor waiting to kill Dominik Mysterio. Mark my words, Finn Balor is leaving SummerSlam with the Intercontinental Championship.
Ooh, I'll mark your words. I don't know if they're mine. I see them fighting at SummerSlam for the IC title. I don't know if I see Finn leaving with the IC title.
Let's just hope he doesn't leave with another torn labrum.
You never know. You never know.